Hey friends, welcome to our analysis of the top 10 countries with the worst education systems in the world in 2024. Education is a crucial pillar for any nation's development, but unfortunately, some countries face significant challenges in providing quality education to their citizens. Join us as we delve into the factors contributing to these deficiencies and the impact on students and society. 1. Somalia. Somalia faces extreme challenges in its education system due to prolonged conflict and instability. Schools are often underfunded, and many children do not have access to basic educational resources. The literacy rate is one of the lowest globally, and many students drop out before completing primary education. The constant threat of violence also disrupts the learning environment, making it difficult for students to attend school regularly. 2. South Sudan. South Sudan struggles with severe educational deficits, exacerbated by ongoing conflict and displacement. The majority of schools lack proper infrastructure, trained teachers, and learning materials. Access to education is particularly difficult for girls, leading to a high illiteracy rate among young women. Efforts to rebuild the education system are often hindered by political instability and limited financial resources. 3. Central African Republic. The Central African Republic has one of the poorest education systems due to persistent conflict and economic instability. Many schools are damaged or closed, and there is a significant shortage of qualified teachers. The education sector receives minimal government support, hindering efforts to improve quality and accessibility. The lack of educational opportunities perpetuates a cycle of poverty and underdevelopment in the country. 4. Niger. Niger faces immense educational challenges with a low literacy rate and high dropout rates, especially among girls. Poverty, early marriage, and child labor prevent many children from attending school. The education system is underfunded, and schools often lack basic amenities and trained personnel. Rural areas are particularly affected, with limited access to quality education and educational resources. 5. Mali. Mali's education system is hampered by political instability and poverty. Many children, especially in rural areas, do not have access to schools. The quality of education is often poor due to insufficient training for teachers and lack of educational resources, leading to low literacy rates and high dropout rates. Efforts to improve education are often disrupted by ongoing conflict and security issues. 6. Chad. Chad struggles with an inadequate education system characterized by low enrollment rates and poor quality of instruction. The country faces a severe shortage of schools, teachers, and learning materials. Political instability and economic hardships further exacerbate the challenges in providing quality education. Many children are forced to work instead of attending school, contributing to high illiteracy rates. 7. Eritrea. Eritrea's education system is heavily influenced by political repression and lack of resources. The government prioritizes military training over formal education, and many students are conscripted into national service. Schools are poorly funded, and there is a lack of freedom in the educational environment. This militarization of education severely limits opportunities for academic and personal development. 8. Guinea. Guinea faces significant educational challenges, with low literacy rates and high dropout rates. Schools are often overcrowded, underfunded, and lack basic facilities. Many children do not attend school due to economic constraints and cultural factors, particularly in rural areas. The lack of investment in education hampers the country's ability to develop a skilled workforce. 9. Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso's education system is struggling with high dropout rates and low enrollment, especially among girls. The country faces challenges such as inadequate infrastructure, lack of trained teachers, and insufficient educational materials. Political instability and economic hardship further impact the education sector. Efforts to improve education are often hampered by security concerns and limited resources. 10. Afghanistan. Afghanistan's education system has been severely affected by decades of conflict and political instability. Many schools have been destroyed, and access to education is limited, especially for girls. The quality of education is poor, with a shortage of trained teachers and educational resources. Ongoing violence and cultural barriers further restrict educational opportunities for many children. Conclusion. These 10 countries highlight the significant challenges faced by nations with struggling education systems. Conflict, poverty, political instability, and cultural factors all play a role in hindering educational progress. Addressing these issues is crucial for improving literacy rates, enhancing quality of life, and fostering development. By understanding these challenges, we can better advocate for global educational reforms and support efforts to provide quality education for all.